Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite internet mercenary. I might not be a mercenary in real life, but I play one on the internet. And that's where it really counts to all of you who watch YouTube anyways. The internet is what most of you care about. Or else you wouldn't watch YouTube all day. Right? Am I right? Exactly. Some of these haters need to respect the skills. But now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And some people have awared me that Vince, aka V-Shrunk, V-Shred, whatever we want to call him, has made a video about the cha-cha slide workout. Damn. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. Because, I mean, this is entertaining. You got to wonder, where did he just coming up with this stuff? Now, you tried to claim this is a big sensation on the internet or whatever, but it's like, really, you're the only one I've seen. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But he's the only one I see doing it. And, you know, I got to wonder if next, to stay original, to stay current, he's going to try to bring back the Macarena as a workout, you know. Hey, Macarena. Now, you guys laughed at that, because you know, all of you out there know, watching white people try to dance is cute. It's entertaining. In fact, I'm going to say to a lot of you out there, all right, try this out. Next time you're feeling really down, you're feeling depressed, you're having a bad day, go out that night and watch a bunch of white people try to dance. And tell me it doesn't cheer you up. We try so hard. We try so hard. You know? But it's all good, man. You know, not everybody's good at everything. That's just reality. But back to the point. You know, he's trying to do this stuff and he's hopping around and doing what I call playing leapfrog and grab ass in the gym. This is a perfect example. Perfect example. And it's like he's talking about calling it a challenge. I challenge you to, hey Vince, I challenge you to get your barbell squat up to 400 pounds. I challenge you to actually touch your chest on a bench press and pause correctly and get that up to like 300. That's a challenge. I challenge you to, you know, maybe get your deadlift up to 500. Maybe build a little bit of a strength base. In fact, here's a better challenge for Vince. Vince, I challenge you to actually learn to do all three of those lifts correctly. How's that for a challenge? Take some of the basic, most common barbell exercises taught in every strength and conditioning program around the world. Take some of those basic exercises and actually learn how to do them. There's a challenge for you. There's a challenge for you. Now, I thought it was interesting, he's saying, you know, you got to know your body type, and then I've got different workouts. Really? A body type test? Telling me people need to know their body type, some whatever magical formula you created to learn how to get stronger, gain muscle, lose fat. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, no, they just need to learn how to train, right? You know, different body types don't respond to different sorts of training. Maybe you mean body type, are they fat or skinny? Okay, well, if you're fat, you probably need to eat less food. If you're skinny and you want to gain muscle, you probably need to eat more food. This is a calorie issue. It's not a training issue. You can put most people on pretty generic basic programs and get most people into pretty good shape, right? You don't need special programs for that. And a guy who doesn't even know how to perform the bench press or the deadlift correctly, I don't think should be selling workout programs. I'm just going to throw that out there. We'll throw that out there. A guy who can't even perform basic exercises correctly. I mean, damn. But that's okay. You just dance around and do your cha-cha slide and everything, and I'm sure you'll be more successful when people keep flocking to it and still not get results. Still be tiny and weak, or if they're fat, stay fat. If they're skinny, stay skinny. You know, I'm sure that's exactly what's going to happen. But, you know, what we see here, people hopping around, is like, I think Mark Rippetoe actually put it best with a lot of this. You know, and he's had a lot of successful clients. Mark Rippetoe, he says it best when he explains the difference between exercise and training. That exercise is what you do when you want a short-term effect in your brain. You go around for the purpose of getting hot and sweaty and hopping around and stuff, right? Get your heart rate up. Which is exactly what Vince was talking about. Oh man, this is a good workout just to change things up. I got hot and sweaty and I'm breathing heavy. You know, if I want to get hot and sweaty and get breathing heavy, there's other things I think I could do that I would enjoy a hell of a lot more than flopping around on the floor on my toes, listening to the cha-cha slide. Yeah, I might be listening to some Barry White. You know, listen to some Barry White maybe to get hot and sweaty. But yeah, prancing around on the floor, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. But the whole point we get into is of this idea that people need to be changing things up or they need to be worried about getting hot and sweaty. That's exercise, guys. Exercise is seeking a temporary, immediate gratification. You want to feel like you did something. Training is using a systematic, calculated approach that you know will result in a long-term desirable outcome. Right? Training. I don't recommend that people exercise. I don't think exercising is that particularly great. It's better than being sedentary, but I think people need to train. I think if people are serious about making some sort of long-term change, they need to be training. And training means you don't do random stuff. You don't just change things up. Your changes are calculated. Your changes are planned. It's part of a planned progression, a systematic approach to where you have determined progression and you have a system in place for you to progressively over time increase tension or stress on the body, increasing adaptative stress on the body over time, and balancing out the rest, recovery, adaptation cycle. Right? That's the whole point, guys. We have stimulate, rest, recovery, adaptation. A planned protocol. And planned protocols involving training don't really have room for random. Let's just do something different. That's not how you get people results. That's half the reason people out there who say, I tried diet and exercise, I didn't get any results. It's like, yeah, because you tried something that might work. And you did random stuff and you got hot and sweaty. Why didn't you go train and do a systematic, time-proven approach that coaches use for people all around the world all the time successfully, right? You tried something, hoping it would work instead of doing stuff that you know that every strength and conditioning coach in the entire world works with thousands of people and millions of people around the world in different sports and endeavors to build their athletic base and get them into shape, that you know for a fact will work. See the difference here, people? There's the difference. And what Vince is promoting for the most part is just exercising. Just doing random stuff, hoping it will work, but at least you get hot and sweaty and get your heart rate up, right? No, I would tell people if you're serious about actually getting in shape at all, you need to be training. You need to have a systematic approach using time-proven protocols as understood by legitimate experts who really work with real people in the real world, whose incomes and their careers could depend upon their success or failure. And it doesn't matter whether you're training a 50-year-old housewife or a high school football player trying to get a scholarship. There are some basic principles that apply to everyone. I'm not saying you put them on the exact same program, but the concepts are the same. You're going to always have to do a scaled down version, but the concepts are the same. The human body adapts more or less the same, irrespective of what your potential is. Right? There are systematic approaches that we know work in humans. That's what people need to be doing. They need to actually be training. Not jumping around the gym, playing leapfrog and grab ass, hoping to get results. No, you need to be doing stuff that you know for a fact work in pretty much every single person who execute them correctly on the face of the earth for the last few decades. Right? There's a difference between the two. But the whole exercise community seems to have forgotten this concept, or they never knew it to begin with because they're just selling trendy BS. Like a cha-cha slide challenge. I don't know, Vince, why don't you actually write an actual structured program to get people barbell squatting on progressive overload, teach them to squat correctly. Most people who want to get in shape, that will go a hell of a lot further than doing the cha-cha slide or the Macarena every day. and 7 different bicep exercises. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time